host, Warren Wortham, the manager for the Martin Luther King Jr. Center of Hawkeye Community College. We have a jam-packed show for you this morning, so I won't even waste any time with any of the other information I usually do at the top of the show. We have 4 guests in the studio with us this morning. We have Brittany Young, the Advanced Manufacturing Coordinator for Hawkeye Community College. Good morning, Brittany.
Good morning.
We have Marty Kranicki, the instructor for the, is it Truck and Transportation?
Yep.
Truck and Transportation Program. Then we have Ms. LaTanya Graves, the Administrative Assistant at the Martin Luther King Jr. Center. Good morning, LaTanya.
Good morning.
And then in a moment, we'll be having Melvina Scott join us as well, as LaTanya and Melvina will talk about some of the upcoming Juneteenth events. So we'll jump right into the show. First of all, I want to go around the table and have each of you kind of tell us what you do for the college, and I'll start with you, Brittany.
Well, for the college, I'm the Advanced Manufacturing Coordinator, and that means that I coordinate a lot of the activities in the program that houses CNC machining, welding, and automated systems technology. So all of the things that go into our local major manufacturers in town. And then I also plan all of our K-12 STEM career events. So anything that's related to science, technology, engineering, and math. So those are my main things, my main jobs for the college.
Alrighty, and Marty.
I take care of Warren. I'm the truck and transportation instructor, but I also oversee the new Regional Transportation Training Center. And at that center, we do the motorcycle training, the skid monster driver enhancement training. We're adding some new programs with the 3-wheel motorcycle training and the returning rider training. We work a lot with the Women and Minorities in Construction program to help those folks get their CDL, so we're kind of busy out there.
All right. How long has that center been open?
We've been in there about 8 weeks now, so it's brand new. Yeah, we're pretty excited. It's beautiful 24-acre driving range, and we have a 100,000 square foot building with our classrooms and simulator labs, and you know it's quite a step up from what we had before, and we're really excited to be in there.
All right. And then LaTanya.
And again, I've been with Hawkeye for 22 long years, but it's been fun. And I started out on main campus in admissions, and then from admissions I transferred to student life and placement. And then from student life and placement, I transferred to the Martin Luther King Center, where I've been for the last probably 15 years. And so some of the things I do is assist students as they come in with concerns about enrolling in college, and I help them through that transition, and I sort of relieve their stress, you know, and I tell them, you know, everything is going to work out, just, you know, take your time, especially when they're preparing to take the compass. And a lot of people are wary because they feel that you know, it's a test that will keep them out, and I explain to them, no, it's just a test so that we can find out your level and you know, the appropriate classes to place you in. And then also coordinate the Martin Luther King banquet and also the Juneteenth activities, along with assisting the instructors with their classes, and anyone that comes in the center, basically. I'm there to help them with whatever they need, as long as it's within my realm of duties. If I can help them, I do. If I can't, then I try to direct them to the appropriate department.
Now, LaTanya's the type of worker, if a student needs to get to California, she'll jump in the truck and take them. Okay, well, LaTanya, since you mentioned a couple of things, compass testing is now at the MLK Center.
Yes.
Can you explain to people how that's scheduled?
Okay, we at the center, we do the compass on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. and on Thursdays at 1 p.m. And there are times when people cannot make those 2 times. So what I'll do, if they let me know in advance and they need to take it on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, then I'll offer the compass on either of those days as well. And so the students come in, I get them set up, and they take the test, and then I go over their scores with them. And then after that, if their scores are just a little low, then I set them up with the tutors, because we have tutors at the center that can help them with their math, reading, and writing skills. And it's been very helpful because what we found is students in the past have tested, and they may have tested low in an area, and so they'll come in and work with the tutors and then retest, and some have retested it like in 3 weeks and scored extremely high. So having the tutors there does pay off. And so, and I let the students know that, it's nothing to worry about, because I too have test anxiety. And so, and I'm like, you'll do this, just take your time. And, if you have questions, I'm here, to assist you. So basically, after they test again, then they'll come in and see the tutors. And our tutors are there for the summer hours. The math tutor is there from Monday through Thursday, 1:30 to 4, and our reading and writing tutor is there Monday through Thursday from 11 until 3.
Great. Marty, can you tell us a little bit about what you have going on in your area?
Well, we're getting ready, Warren. June 18th, we start the 6-week evening program for the Women and Minorities in Construction class, and from what they're telling me, this is going to be the fullest class we've ever had. I'm going to go meet with those folks at Metro at 3 this afternoon and get to know them and talk about it. We've got our 16-week summer session in full bloom out there. Our spring class, I'm pretty excited about what's going on. We had 100% job placement with our spring class.
That is fantastic.
The local construction companies, the over-the-road guys, the regional folks, just exploding with the need for drivers. I have talked to more companies and more recruiters in the last 3 months than I have in the 6 years I've been here. They're busting at the seams. I know we keep hearing how the economy's slowing down a little bit, and that is not true in transportation. This industry is still 400,000 drivers short. The need for drivers is stronger than it's ever been. The pay is better than it's ever been. We have students going to work now with right out of the box, full ride health insurance, dental, eyeglass, 401k programs. Young lady that finished the program this spring, she was a single mother, and she struggled for quite a few years, raising a family, and she came through the program, got on with one of the big contractors, and she stopped in last week and showed me her take-home check for the last 2 weeks. She said, this is more money than I made in 3 months before. And just, she's just bursting. So we're feeling really good about it out at the center. We're actually moving towards a web-based textbook for the program. What we want to go to at the RTTC, we know a lot of people have other jobs, and they can't quit their jobs to become a full-time student. So we're working towards keeping the center open from 7 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's going to become a competency-based program. You're going to get through the rules and the regulations and the lecture periods, but then to get your time behind the wheel, your on-the-road driving, your simulation practice, and your range time, if you've got 2 hours in the morning or 2 hours in the afternoon, or, we want to make it available for those folks so that they can get out there around their job so they don't have to quit their job to receive the training. We want to keep it open on Saturdays. I've even got some instructors volunteering for Sundays. So we're hoping by this fall or spring, we're going to have that option available for everybody.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
And like I said, transportation's a great opportunity. The jobs are certainly out there, and what we want to do is make it available to everybody to be able to take advantage of that training.
And my nephew actually went through that program with you, and he's pretty much had his pick of jobs, so yeah, I can actually testify to that once you go through that program, a lot of opportunities are there for you.
And it's one of the things we like to stress to maybe some students that are going into some other programs, diesel truck, ag power, horticulture, agriculture, any of those programs now with the changes in the laws for who has to have a CDL and who doesn't. I like to tell those students, if you're working on your gen eds and maybe can't get into your program for a year or so, I tell them, give me 3 months in truck driving. Let me put a Class A CDL in your pocket, and that's job assurance.
Definitely.
You will always be able to find something to do.
Yes. One question, when they complete the program here, do those credentials transfer across the United States?
Oh, absolutely. The Federal Transportation Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration just changed the laws now that that a license issued in Iowa, Minnesota, any state has to be recognized by all other states. It used to be if you came here from another state and went through our program, once you completed the program, you had to go to your home state and find a truck and test for that state for your CDL. Well, under the new rules that took effect last July, now if you test in any state through a program, your home state has to recognize that test. So that's made that awful easy for folks that want to come in from anywhere or go anywhere.
That's great. Brittany, what do you have going on in your area?
Oh, well, we have a lot of exciting things going on. In the next couple weeks, we're going to have 60 educators on campus learning about the top career pathways in our Excellence in Education Institute. So that's one thing that we like to offer the community kind of every summer. It's a very low-cost graduate seminar for all of our local teachers to take, and they can learn about the real occupations in the Cedar Valley and the cultural awareness of what life is like in the Cedar Valley. So that's one thing that we offer. And that same week we will have 4 gateway camps going on across the Cedar Valley. And basically what that is, it's a free camp for middle school students, and they get an introduction to the well-known Project Lead the Way program, which is kind of a pre-engineering, pre-STEM program. And the kids come to a school location near them, and they might build rockets, solar cars, wind farms, bridges, and hear from employers in the area, and do a bunch of fun team-based activities. And we even provide free breakfast and lunch for them every day, and there's no cost to attend. So
Oh, that's great. You can't beat that.
no. So every summer we have 90 kids in the area that go through that for free. And we still have a few openings left for our camp at Carver Academy here in Waterloo. Any Waterloo school student is welcome to attend, and it will just be at Carver every day, June 18th through the 22nd, from 8:30 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. And if people want to contact me, I can get them a form, and we can even provide transportation to that camp through the bus system through Waterloo schools. So,
Wow.
so my number is 296-4043, and people can contact me, and I can help them learn more about how they can get their child signed up for that camp. And it's best for students going into 7th or 8th grade in the Waterloo school system next year.
So you probably have to turn away students. I mean,
We definitely do. Every year it kind of varies which camp is busting at the seams, and if we can, we try to find a few extra teachers, but we usually do cap it around 25 students because they do a lot of hands-on activities. There's just one teacher working with them, so we'll take about 20 to 25 students at each camp, but they have a lot of fun, and we're very lucky that we get generous support for these camps from the McElroy Trust and the Guernsey Charitable Foundation to make these things happen.
that's fantastic. And you know, one thing that just stuck in my head, you said rocket building.
Yes.
Can I go through the camp?
I know, it is a lot of fun, but what's great is, some of you might be familiar here in Waterloo, that they established career academies in the high school a couple years ago. And one thing that we do in the fall, every year Hawkeye Community College hosts the STEM Career Fair, where every 8th grade student in Waterloo and Cedar Falls comes to our campus and they learn about the top STEM careers in the Cedar Valley. This year it's going to be a 2-day event, and all the schools in Area 7 are invited, and we're going to have over 2,000 kids on our campus learning about STEM careers September 27th and 28th. So that, combined with these camps, is one way that we really try to help students decide what career academy they might like to go in once they get into high school. And some students just don't know, and so they can do some of these camps and they can go to some of these career fairs. It helps them make the right choice, or at least be more sure what the wrong choice might be. So they can decide what classes they want to take in high school, because we're really fortunate here in Waterloo. There's a lot of choices for classes and things like that. So it's just one way we can kind of help out and help students make those choices. So.
That is great. I mean, I always say this every program, Hawkeye Community College has a way of assessing the community needs, building programs to meet those needs, and, that's just another example,
Yes.
The programming in your area and Marty in your area, Again, we've been joined by Melvina Scott. She just stepped into the studio a moment ago. Good morning, Melvina.
Good morning, Warren. How are you?
Pretty good. Can you tell us what you are in the community, because you've been a pillar in the community for several years, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I actually just started a career in the field that I was actually went